it's your girl Fallout Mama, and I wanted to do a quick video on the melee build. Now I probably don't pronounce that right. I never do. I've heard it pronounced melee. I don't know which way to say it, so just bear with me. Maybe there's many ways to say it. So on this video, I wanted to go over perk cards and stats for the melee build. And first things first, this is something that many players, they're not quite aware of. I just learned about it myself. Each stat adds a passive bonus. So for example, each point of strength will increase your melee damage by 5%, and it will also increase your carry weight by 5 pounds. I didn't know that, but my strength stats are very high, so that will explain why I can carry stuff. So as you see, my strength, my stats is 12 over there. So having your strength stats set high, it's really good for the melee build, and it's also really important. Now, the three main stats that you need to focus on for the melee builds is strength, endurance, and agility. Now, as you can see by my perk cards up here, I am not a melee build. I have been building my character based off the strengths as using my rifle. I do have an action level rifle, and I have been focusing on getting the damage, the range, and the VATS up as high as I can. But for this video and these purposes, I just wanted to go over for the melee build. So for your strength stat, it's going to give you 5% melee damage per rank that you have, and it also gives you plus 5 pounds of carry weight per rank. So if you could see, mine's 12, so I get that much more damage per 12 and that much more carry weight per 12. The perk cards that you need to focus on under strength is Slugger. So right here, your two-handed melee weapons now do 10% more damage. So this perk is going to increase your overall melee damage with your two-handed weapons. And early on in the game, I started out with melee weapons because I didn't have to always search for ammo, and at that early on in the game I couldn't make my own ammo, so using a melee weapon was good for me, and I imagine it's good for most players starting out as well. So what you want to do is you want to aim for a one-hit kill, and when you use your two-handed melee weapons, it's the best chance that you're going to be able to do that. It's not too hard to get this one, and it should show up when you reach around level 6. Also on the top of my list for under strength is the Barbarian, and energy point of strength adds plus 2 damage resist, max of 40, and you can't be in your power armor for this. Now some of you may not know, but for melee weapons, the one-handed melee weapons you cannot use in your power armor, but you can use your two-handed melee weapons when you're in power armor. So the Barbarian is going to increase your overall damage resistance for each point you put into strength, which it should be a lot. So you can get this card at level 14, and as soon as you find it, you rank it up to 3 as quickly as you can for your melee build. Alright, so next on the list is going to be Martial Artist. And this one is your melee weapons weigh 20% less, and you can swing them 10% faster, and it goes higher at the more stars you have. So the Martial Artist, it's one of the more important ones that you can take for the melee build because it increases the speed of your attacks. So when you swing, it helps increase it because there's different levels. There's like very slow, fast, very fast. So this will help increase how fast your swing is. And you can also find this card when you reach around level 16. And this one goes up to rank 3, 3 stars also. Where's blocker? Here's blocker. So blocker, you take 15% less damage from your opponents when you do your attacks. So it's obvious when you have a melee build, you're gonna have to get up close to the person you're attacking because there is no range when you have a handheld weapon. You have to be right up in front of them and you have to be within hitting range. So this one helps you take less damage when you're right up in front of them. This one reduces the damage you take from other melee opponents as well. You find it around level 21 and make sure you take that up to 3 stars as well. And along with your sluggers here, you got the other sluggers that you want, expert slugger and master slugger. So expert slugger you're going to be able to get when you reach around level 24. And if you want to get 3 stars on it, you can. That's up to you. But that will improve the damage, more and more damage on your weapon that you're using. One I think is a good one is Incisor. So your melee weapons will ignore 25% of your target's armor. Now this one is a good one and you can also acquire it when you reach around level 34. But it reduces the effectiveness of your enemy's armor versus your attack. Which is a good increase in your damage. So the higher stars you have on this, the higher it goes up to 75%. So that is a huge advantage. So the second stat that's really important for the melee build is endurance. So this one will give you 5+ health per rank. So as you could see, my endurance isn't very high. I am also not a melee build. So for mine, I get 5 times 4 on my health. And for sprinting, something is really going on outside of my camp. For sprinting and AP drain, it's reduced by 5% also. And you want to have sprinting and stuff as a melee build because the faster you could run up to your opponent, the less chance they have of actually attacking and hitting you to begin with. So endurance. So the first one is going to be this one right here. Adamantium skeleton. Don't know if I pronounced that right. Excuse me if I didn't. So this one, your limb damage is now reduced by 30% and it goes all the way up to 90%. You can find this card around level 21. And this perk, it reduces the damage that your limbs take. Being a melee build, you're going to need that because all your opponents are going to be hitting you or trying to hit you as you're running up to them to hit them. This helps you prevent from being crippled, and when you get turned crippled, you move very slow or you can't move at all. And you want to take this and make it as rank 3 as soon as possible because that will help you. It acts as armor for you basically. Alright, so the next one is going to be solar powered. Where's solar powered? Here it is. So you gain 1 plus to strength and endurance between the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Which when I play the game, there's more sun in the day than there is night. And so this also helps you because it improves not only your strength, but your endurance as well. So it's a good way to increase your damage and your health during the daylight hours of the game, which is most of the game anyways. And since there aren't very many endurance perks, this one isn't a bad one to have. You want to rank it up to level 3 as soon as you can, also because it also will help you do all of your strength points as well. The next one is going to be Ironclad. And Ironclad, you gain 10% damage and energy resistance while you're not wearing your power armor. So you could find this perk card around level 11, and it increases your damage resistance. It also helps you stay alive while you're closing the distance in between your target. And you could find this one when you're rank 5. Why did I say 11? You can use this perk as the endurance is mainly used for health and to help your AP when you sprint, a cost reduction. So you'll level up this stat more slowly than you will strength, and there are many other good general endurance perks, but this one is good early on in the game until you can get the other ones. Alright guys, so I'm going to wrap this video up because it is getting kind of long. And my next video is going to be which mutations are best for the melee build, and you're going to want to watch that because there's a lot of good mutations that can help you out with your melee build. So if you guys thought this video was helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more tips, tricks, and perks, and I'm also doing really awesome giveaways. And make sure to watch my latest giveaway video and comment in the section below so you guys can have a chance at winning my next giveaway at 500 subscribers. I guess I just started something here. But alright, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.